For direction of colors was brought to us by our great-grandfathers. When you face the east to pray, that's the yellow. You go to the south, that's when you see a lot of darker green. To the north is where the gifts are given, so they're the dark colors. To the west, you do a lot of reddish colors because the sun is going down. The Navajos always use these colors, but that was what I have in mind once I start doing my pieces. The changing of the landscape is coral. Coral comes in 7, 8, 10 different shades. Orange, red, pink, and the best of the best in coral, which is dark oxblood red, to use the best stones, means a lot to me. You learn how to shine it, you learn how to smooth it. So just having the stone makes you want to be just as good. It's kind of like watercolor, actually. I matched them up to see who wants to be together the rest of their lives. So lapis is sturdy, that's pretty good. The green is Gatsby-eyed, and they're the same family as the turquoise. My grandmother taught me just about everything I know. One day, she got 2 stones, wet it, and rubbed it together, and then she put it to my nose and asked me what I smell. I said, natural mud, and said, that's how you know it's real turquoise. Lapidary is working with stones by hand, polishing it and getting it to complete finish into cabochon. I can make it perfectly round, a dome smooth. Not too many people can do it.
Jesse is one of those incredible artists who is very, very skilled with stone inlay, the very intricate designs that he does. You can't tell where the inlay of one stone starts and where they meet or where they join. It's just perfection.
This is all Navajo. It's home for me. I might go far away, but once I come back, this is home. This is where I belong. Tohali means the water that comes out of the mountain. Tohalina. This was our halfway point going up or coming down these mountains with 200 heads of sheep. We wash our face in the cold, cold water right down here. It was a really beautiful place to gather. All the great weavers, grandmothers, and they would talk with each other about different sheep, who had the best wool. Grandmother was a matriarch and one of the medicine people. She taught me how to pray, and my aunties and my relatives around me, they all became great weavers. I watched them very closely, so my work was just kind of like weaving. I can pick up a stone, I know exactly how I'm gonna cut it. I don't require too much drawing or anything like that. What grandmother said is what I go by. Never finish your piece in the drawing. Finish it when you're doing it. When I first started, I got a piece of turquoise like this, and it looked like this dirt. The guy just threw it to me, and I just had to make something out of it. So I took it home. I said, I should start praying. There's a place up in the mountains, the forests are very thick. Me and my grandfather, we were up there, and this big bear came running out the forest. I'm looking into his nose. He was right here breathing, you know. Grandfather said, don't be scared and don't act like you're tough because the bear will read all of that. My grandfather said, let us through. We're gonna be here just for a moment. And the bear just went down and then let us through. It was amazing teaching. This aura from your body, he reads it. I was standing over a machine to cut that piece. Somehow, I emotionally knew it was going to be that thing was solid piece of webbed turquoise. That's what put me on the map.
That issue of Arizona Highways was an opportunity for Jesse to really prove his abilities. His bear pendants, they're very complex in terms of the inlay. He's done them so that they're reversible. One side might have jet as a background, the other side might have coral or lapis. That issue was a good look at a lot of artists, some who were emerging, some who were more established.
All these guys that are in here, they were the top-notch guys. My dad is here. Preston, there's Preston. When I found my dad, he was a little bit leery, I guess a little bit not too sure about me. Grandmother and grandfather raised us, and all of a sudden his son shows up. I think he didn't trust me until we started drinking together, of course. Okay, here we go, the magic touch. There you go. Stone's life is forever changed. My grandfather, the Hopi side, David Manangyao, he used to pray up there in the mountains with Dalai Lama. When you're near them, you could feel something is powerful around here. My grandpa, he was a little tiny little guy, and he wore this thick eyeglasses. And he looked at me and he said, "You know what, grandson? You are going to be a special person." And for a guy that was just a drunk on the street, drinking and doing stupid things, I got to Alcoholics Anonymous. They teach that it's very important you have some kind of a God that you need to turn to. I prayed the way grandmother prayed. The word Hoan is home, Hoan. Inside the Hogan is a pole to the sky. And I used to lay there at nighttime looking up into the heavens. It's just fascinating, the universe. You open the mind. You go out there and pray, and all the stars, all the dippers, all the Milky Way and all these things, my people have prayer lines for them. If you really listen to my story, everything has to do with spirituality. That everybody has some kind of spiritual ways in themselves. There's the universe, and then there's this universe inside of you.